There's a lot of things in the world that I don't understand. A lot of things that I question when I hear them. One of which was yesterday I heard somebody talking about the book that all of the tiny hat people overseas, that small country that controls American government, they believe in. That's where they get their information from, their laws and everything. It's called the Talmud. Well, what I heard in that, what exists in that Talmud is the guidelines on when it's okay to have intercourse with a female. I'm going to say female because it's not a woman. And I was like, there's no way. So I asked Google, and this is what Google has to say about it. So I put in here that, I don't want to read it, but it says this, where in the place does this talk about stuff with people? And it's like this, and that. And I was like, all right, let's look that up. And I got Mishnah Nida 5:4 is legal text in the Talmud that defines the age at which sexual intercourse with a minor girl has legal consequences and constitutes formal consummation of marriage. The Mishnah focuses on the physical development of a girl and determines that from the age of 3 years and 1 day, the hymen does not repair itself after being broken, meaning intercourse counts in a legal sense. Age of legal consummation. A girl who is 3 years and 1 day old can be betrothed or have her marriage consummated through sexual intercourse. This is the people that Christians, I hear Christians saying, pray for Israel. Pray for the Jews. Dude, why? They've been kicked out of like 109 countries all over the world throughout time. Why do you think that is? The whole Jeffrey Epstein business, how he was a Mossad agent, Mossad being the Jewish intelligence. That whole business, go look through the archives of the Epstein files and you're going to see the same kind of stuff. And then some. In Berlin, during the whole Berlin book burning, did you know what books they were burning? It's hardly ever found. But if you look it up, the books they were burning were about transgender surgeries and trans everything, trying to normalize the abhorrent actions of man against God. Now, if you're praying for Israel, it's fine. We're supposed to pray for our enemies. But know that that's what they are to us. They believe Jesus is in hell burning in feces. Stop aligning yourself with the enemies of God. Don't do that. Trust in Jesus and his salvation only. Dude, I'm still blown away by that. So let me know what you think. You think that there's some way to interpret that verse a little more, appropriately, or take it for what it says? It's hard to say, but I can tell you right now, that's nasty. It's demonic. It's evil. That type of person does not belong next to children, and they all believe in it. So trust in God, not men. Pray for your enemies, but recognize who they are. And if you're going to pray for one enemy, pray for all of them. I'm totally against this war in Iran. Trump said he was going to get us out of all wars. He said no more foreign wars, no more regime change. America first. What a great batch of lies that has been, right? It's very upsetting, but typical of politicians. Kind of makes me want to run for president because I can't trust anybody that's on the voting ballot. Not a single person. But it seems like you have to go and butter up all these donors to be able to even run for president. You have to raise a certain amount of money. Our founding fathers would be rolling in their graves if they knew the things that have been happening in the United States. Look up the Act of 1871. They'd be rolling in their graves about that. Look up how Obama repealed the Propaganda Act in 2012 and then recognize all of the propaganda that has been since. This country is lost. It's completely lost. Not the people, the government, the orchestrated structure of evil within the government, the ties and leverage that other countries have to operate within our government structure is corrupt. And so many people are just blindly trusting. It's nasty. And dude, it makes my soul upset. But anyway, this video is getting long enough. Let me know what you think.